Okay, so I'm going to say I'm thrilled to have each and every one of you here with me live and on Zoom.
We won't charge you anything if your insurance covers the full cost of your test.
Okay,
You're only charged.
and now I'm going to go ahead and share my screen without further ado. And we're going to jump on in and look at the secret sauce. Now, as we're talking about getting ourselves ready for business for 2025, to me, a big part of business is prospecting. Do you guys all agree with that? Right? Because business, I love Ninja. We're going to talk a lot about Ninja. Ninja is a big part of what we're going to be looking at in the business plan. That's about setting up your sphere, like we talked about last week, right? That's about setting your CRM up. I hope you guys have all started that so that we can set them up on auto flow, right? We want to be in flow with our people. But there's also about adding to your CRM and getting people into your sphere, right? And that is having to do, in my opinion, about prospecting. So I used to always have an award that I used to give out in another firm. Shane will remember that I used to do my Prospecting Warrior Award. You remember that, Shane?
Sí, señora.
Gracias, mi vida. That was my favorite award, right? I love the Prospecting Warrior Award. Now, listen, the real award is that you're the one with the deals, okay? But the prospecting warrior is the person, to me, it's the person out there going after it. You know, people say, oh, what are you doing to get all those deals? And someone will say, oh, I'm sending letters. How many did you send? And then someone will do it and they send one letter, they're not successful, and they're like, it didn't work. Guys, that's not prospecting. Okay. Do you think that the miners go out there into the mines with their little picks and axes and start like I always think of the seven dwarfs and they do it one day. And if they didn't find gold or diamonds that day, they just say, okay, obviously there's nothing in that mine. I mean, that's not what it's about. And so there's a difference also, and I'm going to stop this a second, between farming and target prospecting. Let's just talk about that for 1 second. Who can tell me the difference between farming and target prospecting? Anybody?
Farming is a blanket amount of people.
Go, Casey, go.
Farming is a blanket amount of people, where target is a specific type of person or house or sale or time or amount.
I like it. I like it. Yeah. So farming, I like the idea. You pick a community that you want to be the expert, right? And you know that it might take a year or more, but you're willing to commit the time to be that local expert. And you just keep sending and sending, and you're sowing the crop and you're planting the seeds and you're watering it, but you're consistently going after that community. That's farming, right? The blanket of seeds and blah, blah, blah. It was beautiful. Target prospecting is different. You may or may not do that to your farm community. Target prospect is you see that there's a potential that some people may want to sell in that community. The numbers speak for themselves. A community may be your target, but you may not want that community to be your farm. So people get that confused when I talk about what's your farm and what's your target. We might target a community that you don't want to be your farming community because we are looking for average sales price. We're looking for a reason these people may want to sell, and we want to get in and get out. We don't care if it's not the place you want to call your forever community, because maybe your forever community is a newer community that the sales haven't started turning yet, but we think in a year or two they will. So you're preparing yourself. That's a perfect example. A community that's too new that maybe the homeowners haven't started turning yet, but you want to start selling stuff, sending stuff, getting to be the local expert. So when they do start to turn, they will think of you. That's a perfect example of a farm. Chances are you may not start to reap what you sow for a year or two, but when you do, it'll be a gold mine, right? That's a good potential farm, but you got to be willing to put the time and the money in to reap what you sow later, okay? But whereas a target prospect, you're not in for the later, you're in for the now. And a target prospect, to me, you got to do every month consistently 4 to 6 times. And if you don't get anything out of 4 to 6 times, you move on to the next target because you're not in for the long haul. The target prospect community is not your farm. I mean, you could also mix, but when I'm talking about this, I'm separating them. Is everybody with me? Anybody have a question on this? So the target prospect, I don't care if you love the community, right? I don't care. We're trying to find a reason why there's a community that matches what you're trying to make. I'm okay. We don't, because we're Sotheby's, typically target a community that's first time home buyers. That's about 350. That's not a target for us. That's not what I'm going to go after. Casey's like, I'm like, no, Casey, we don't. We're going to target high-end communities that we think there's a reason people might want to sell. And there's two reasons we're going to target high-end. One, because I like them, but I like them because we can sell them. And that's the beauty. So the point is, with Sotheby's, when we walk in the door, we're going to offer stuff nobody else can offer. And it's so much easier to get that listing when we offer stuff that no one else can offer. We can show them the value of why you'd want to go with Sotheby's. Listen, you walk in a $350,000 home. Now, not to say that we have a lot of those, probably townhome somewhere, right? Or condo. Can we offer something that other people can't offer? Yeah. But can other people sell 350? Gosh, I hate to say it, but yeah, because a lot of people can afford it, right? But 100, a million, 100, a million, 1.5 million, 2 million. Can a lot of people sell that, guys? No, they don't have the marketing. They don't have the bandwidth. They don't have the customer base that we have. That is our value proposition nobody has. Go after the target that you can easily sell to. Does that make sense? And that you can easily support them by bringing them buyers. Now, that is the difference. That is why, one of the reasons, they also pay better and they're usually easier to deal with than the 350, okay? I'm just gonna be honest. Can they be a pain in the neck too? Sure. But overall, the sale is easier. Would you guys agree with me? Right? Okay. So you kind of get my philosophy. Now, a farm, you got to love the community. You've got to want to be the expert and you got to put in the time and you've got to commit to the consistency. Okay. But it doesn't necessarily have to be the right numbers and the right turnover because you're willing to put that time and energy in because it will. We will still look at it to make sure it makes sense, but you understand there's a reason why you think it will have it, like a new community, for example. A community that's 15 years old that nobody's moved is a terrible farm, okay? But a new community that hasn't turned yet could be a great farm, okay? So don't just assume any community is a good farm. Hello, good morning. Not every community is a good farm, but we can talk about that. Does that make sense? A target prospect, like if we wanted to do an equity letter, that's a target prospecting letter. That does not work for every community. You have to have the right pieces of data to intrigue the homeowners that live there enough to make them want to contact you, right? So the numbers have to make sense in that community. Otherwise, you don't have a good target prospecting community for an equity letter. Everybody with me? So that's what we're going to look at today, how to pick that. Because I get that question all the time. Well, Carrie, how do you pick it? Now we're going to look at it. Everybody good? Question, Lisa. Really? I don't even see her. You see her? Can you tell her? I don't see. Oh, yeah, that's weird. The computer didn't like her. I don't know what to tell her. You were lost in the abyss. Okay. So there we go. So now anybody have a question who's on Zoom? You're all super quiet.
So above a million or above?
It depends on the area. It could be 800.
Yeah.
In some areas, it could be 600, right? But it has to be luxury for the area, right? 350 is never going to be it. 500 is never going to be it, right? But it has to be luxury for the area. If you're in Windermere, it's going to have to be at least 900, maybe 850, 900, a million, right? Because really, can you buy anything for over 750? I mean, 750 is going to be normal, right? So that's what I'm saying. So you got to go to the area, look at the average sales price in the area and work from that. Does that make sense? Okay. Now let's share our screen. And we're in the MLS. I do all of this in the MLS. Which zip code should we look in? Case, you want to look at one? Well, we already have one for you. Who wants one?
I'll do one.
But you can't do St. Peter, some crazy.
I'll do celebration. 34747.
Celebration's a weird beast, but we'll look
Oh.
at it. Well, I'm gonna say celebration's weird because first of all, it's huge. Second of all, you have multiple types of homes. And it's really bizarre. There's so many realtors in there.
Okay.
So
I'm in East Orlando,
East Orlando, give me a zip.
32828.
We're gonna give them a shot. We're gonna try this one. Okay, so this is what we do. We search residential quick. We put in 32828. Now, here we go. I love this, Lewis, because I haven't looked at 32828 and I'm interested to see what the prices are because I don't know. So I'm looking at what has sold and I'm going to see year to date because typically I like to compare. Oh, I need a pen and paper. Hold on. I'm going to grab my pen and paper. Got it. Because I was chit-chatting. You guys know how I do. I'm a chatterbox. So here we go. So I was talking to Miss Shandy. All right. So got my pen and paper. I always need a handy when I do this. All right. I like to say sold because I'm going to compare this year versus last year. So sometimes I might do a quarter. Sometimes I might do year to date. I'm going to do year to date right now. 1/1/2024 to what's the date today? The 7th. 10/7/2024. So I'm going to write down, first of all, 2024. And now I'm going to say price. Let's say 700 and up. Because I don't know that area. So I don't know what the average sales price is there. Now, let's see. Only 29 homes year to date have sold 700 and up. So I'm starting to doubt that area, Lewis, but let's go to 600. 800. I like that number better. My fingers go to what I like. Hey, Alejandro. Let's see what happens. Okay, 93. Let's take a look. So this area tells me already it's a lower priced area. You see that? Just by that little simple search, you guys saw that. We already know the average sales price is lower in this area. Hold on, we're going to look at it first. You're skipping ahead. You're getting too excited.
What was that question?
She wanted to get out of another area. She was like, let's change.
I do have a question. So
Uh-huh.
what's the number you're looking for
Well,
in a particular area, minimum?
no. I mean, it depends on the time and energy you want to put in. But again, we are looking for high end in the area. When I don't know the area, I don't know what high end in the area is, right? So I don't know 32828. So what is high end in that area? Well, clearly I know is not, 700. There's only been 29 homes above 700. So that's high end, right? That's the point. So that's what I'm trying to find. Okay, so now I go in here and I'm going to sort by subdivision. Because now I got to find which subdivisions have the most sales in that high end. So I see Avalon Lakes, which is a huge subdivision, which I know has a lot of low end. So look at all the Avalon. I see there's a ton of sales, but I know if I took out the price point, I'd have a billion sales. So I'm probably going to stay away from Avalon. I also know, because I know, that Veronica Figueroa, her and her team are all over Avalon. Am I right, Lewis?
I'm not sure. They're more like Nona, I
Veronica
believe.
Figueroa? No.
Yeah. No? Okay.
No.
Well, maybe they are.
They are. Trust me, she's never in my neck of the woods.
They're all over the place. But her
Yeah.
office is over in Wyndham
Avalon.
Lakes.
Yeah, I never see her in Lake Nona. And her average sales price, by the way, is super low. I don't even think she's done any sales in 700. Okay. Oh, by the way, let's go to 100. And there's a reason I know because I researched it for a purpose. But anyway, beyond the point. Okay, so Bella Vita has only 3. Deer Run is a little bit better. So I'm going to write down Deer Run. This is what I start to do. I said, okay, Deer Run. Let's take a look at Deer Run. We're gonna peek at Deer Run, so I write it down. Emerald Estates, there's 3. Okay, Reserve Golden Isle, there's only 2. The numbers. Okay, let's see if we like anything. River Oaks at Timber. Oh, you know one thing I didn't do? Guys, I apologize. I skipped a step. New construction, no. What did that do? Okay, didn't do much here. Thank goodness. 92. Sometimes if in an area, it takes out a lot of stuff because you don't want to compare to new construction and you don't want to fight against a builder. So this River Oaks at Timber, do you like that place, Luz? Do you know it? Because you at least are in the 7s a couple times. So let's put this River Oaks. I'm going to write that down. River Oaks Timber. Okay. Stony Brook, I know. They have some high ones, but they also have a lot of low. So Stony Brook is just a huge community. Waterford Chase. See, they have a lot of big community. Let's see, Waterford Lakes is also huge. You've really got to go by area. So there's, okay, so we're going to go and we're going to take a peek at first Deer Run. Let's look at Deer Run. You don't want to do a huge community because remember, how are you going to be consistent in a ginormous community or not? So you could break it down by area, or if there's like, for example, Aloria Park is ginormous, but you could do behind the gate. You know, so you could like partition it, but for purposes of our example here, we're going to do it this way. So I'm now going to go back to criteria. I'm going to get rid of the price. We need to do that. Don't forget that step. And now under legal subdivision, I'm going to use the stars because Deer Run is put in many different ways. That should catch them all. We now have 10 sales in Deer Run. You see, that's going to change this a lot. Let's take a look. Now we're going to look at my favorite. Do I say that a lot? I think I do. Stats tabular. This is going to give us, oh, see, the average close price is 570. So Deer Run, the average, so we've had 10 sales, so I write that down in 24. The average close price is 570. Not my fave, but okay. And the average days on market are 42. Okay, that's what we're looking at. Now, we're going to compare the exact same time frame last year because we need to see what has happened in this community in a snapshot. So we're going to go back and do the same thing for this for the same time frame last year. So more people have sold this year. That's a good thing we can talk about. So in 23, 7 people have sold. We're going to write that down. Aha, we like that. Ugh, some of these are in the 4s, Lewis. Ugh. It's not making me happy here, but okay. Okay. It's all right. This is it could do an equity ladder because the average sales price has gone up. Days of market, though, has also gone up. So we're going to compare. Let's see. We're going to subtract this. We're going to say 570, 050, which is what the average sales price is this year, minus last year, 538, 571. So the difference is 31,479, which is a percentage, which would be 538, 571. And it's only 6%. I wouldn't say a percentage is not very good. So you could do an equity ladder. You could say more of your neighbors have sold because on average they have increased almost $32,000. Is it a really compelling letter? No, that barely covers your real estate commissions. But, right, you follow me? So am I moved to do Deer Run? No, but it does have some data points. So now we're going to go back. And we're going to go back to the days of this year. And we're going to try your other community and see if it's better. And your other community was River Oaks. Let's see if River Oaks is better. Now, we're going to do again with the stars because a lot of people put on, I only see 4 homes. River Oaks. Okay, well, it could have a better average sales price. So River Oaks in 24 have sold 4. The average close price is a little better. It's 687. Everybody following what I'm doing? Average days on market are 14. Liking that, guys, right? Everybody with me? Now we're going to compare this to last year. Look at this. And what has happened? Well, same number of people, interestingly enough. So that's not a data point we could use. Wow. The prices, though, are down. So that is a definite data point we can use because the average sales price was 508. So this could actually be a good one for you, Lewis, if you want to stay in that zip code. And it took longer to sell them. So you got a good equity letter here if you choose to stay in that zip code. So the average sales price this year, 687 versus last year at 508, 475. Now we're talking. The average sales price has increased 178,525, which is an increase of 508, 475, 35%. That is significant. And days on market, 31 minus 14, no, 17 days faster. So this is a good one because you have 2 really strong data points. They're selling, it's no wonder they're selling 17 days faster when your neighbors are selling on average for $178,000 more. That is a good equity letter. So that's when we would go and we would go open one of my wonderful fancy little, let's see, documents. Let's see, recents. Is it under my recents? No, God forbid it would be under a recent one. That would just be too easy. Here, I helped advisors. I helped Ocala. Angela. Where did I put her letter? Oh, for the love of God, did I not save her letter there? That is awful. Legendary Trails letter. I don't know. Cancel. Options. Cancel. Remove. All right, so I would take this kind of thing right here. This is not the one. And use this as a sample. Did you know the average sales price in Hidden Acres rose 20%? You could say. Did you know the average sales price in River Oaks at Timber, whatever, get the whole name, rose 35% in 2024 compared to 2023? Imagine all of blah, blah only increased whatever for the whole year. So we could look at that. In fact, your neighbors who sold in 2024 sold for an average of 178,000 more and for in 17 days faster. Would you be interested to know you could potentially have blank in equity right now? If you're interested in learning how we can maximize your equity, we should just write this. Let's do this. File, save as. Do you like this one, Lewis? You need to unmute.
Yeah, looks good.
Okay. And we're going to call this one, what is this called? River Oaks. Okay. And we would put the date that you would send this, October, whatever, probably not the 15th. Maybe. We'll just pick a date for now. And this is all mail merge. Okay, we're going to talk about that. But did you know the average sales price and what is it called? River Oaks at what? River Oaks. Anybody know? Back. Nobody knows because
No.
it's bizarre. River Oaks at Timber Springs. Let's look at one. Nobody knows. River Oaks at Timber Springs. There it is. Did you know that your neighbor, the average sales price in River Oaks at Timber Springs rose 35% in 24 compared to 2020. That's pretty good, right? All of 32828 only increase. We got to look at this. I can pull this up in a minute. In fact, no wonder. Then I would change this to say something like, it's no wonder your neighbors in River Oaks at Timber Springs sold for an average of 180,000 more. No wonder so many of your neighbors sold. 4. So many of your neighbors sold. They don't know how many people sold in River Springs with an average sales price of 180,000 more. And imagine, and in 17 days faster. You like that? You see what I'm doing here? Guys, everybody see what I'm doing? Would you
So
be?
Carrie, quick
Yes.
question.
Mhm.
So, I mean, that seems like a really far-fetched percentage jump in 1 year. Would you like you could have like one house that threw all those numbers off. Would you compare it
But we
to
didn't.
the raise in price per square foot for that neighborhood?
You could, but the reality is actually they are not. They're all pretty similar. That's what was cool about this neighborhood. If we go back, oh, hold on. There is 4 homes sold, right? And if we look at the agent line display, they're all pretty similar. See that? This is in the year before, but you see the prices are lower, right? And then if we go back to this year, that's what I like about this one. If you're in a community like Avalon Park or like a big community like Baldwin Park, that is absolutely your problem. You have to do that because people are going to be like, well, yeah, but this house is on the lake and this house is tiny, right? But see, look, these aren't like significantly huge. But see
Right, but
prices.
the previous one, they had two houses for 1,600 square feet, and the biggest was like 2,000 square feet. These are like 3,000 square feet.
mean, you could do price per square foot if you wanted, but it's not like they're significant. It's not like you've got some on the lake and some are condos or some are singles. You could do price per square foot if you so wanted. But I'm telling you, this letter will get people to call.
Okay.
So it's your call. If you want to be that specific, Jane, and I know you like that, you absolutely can. Absolutely no problem. Because I'm sure your average price per square foot has gone up too. Let's look at it. Stats. Tabular. When you see this significant of an increase, your average price per square foot is $239 this year. $239.08. And if we looked at it from the year before, let's look at that criteria. But remember, guys, what you're trying to do is you're trying to intrigue people enough to check out to see how much their home, how much these sales have affected their home's value, right? And if they're interested in selling or not, this is not false data. They will contact you. So the average sales price has still gone up. That's the beauty. It maybe not have gone up 35%, but we didn't say, we had said the average sold price. So it's still went up either way. It's just if you want to have a better letter, right? It's all dependent on the letter that you want to do, Shane. You follow me?
Yes.
Yes.
I was doing this with another zip code just to see if I could track what you were doing, see if I could
Yep.
replicate it. And I did Live Oak Estates, it's 32832. And it said in 2023, there was 3 sales, 2024, 11 sales. So is
Yeah.
that good? There's 8 more.
Yeah.
People are
but,
selling it.
Is it Walter? Is that the one we did, Live Oak Estates?
And it said that the price has gone up 37
Well,
on average.
I know that it worked.
No, we did Live Oak Estates, right?
Yes.
That's the one we did with Walter, and he already got, that's where he got his listing from.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah,
I just was running numbers.
but you're 100% right. That's what we did.
37,000. And days.
We can look at his letter and we'll see if the numbers match your,
Oh, this is
Yeah.
just my trial one to see.
yeah. Louis, what's your phone number?
407
Mm-hmm.
375
Uh-huh.
8782.
Okay, so guys, and then we say to see how these recent sales have affected your home value. Does everybody know where I get this from?
No.
My magic. I will show you where I get this from. So I go to, first of all, your website, Louis.
I have
Quintero.
to make QR code this weekend with the app on iPhone. Is that
Oh, I like it. Or you just do this from your Sotheby's website.
you just upload the link and then it's your QR code.
I love it. I just do this right here. I go to Palatano Studio right here. Super easy. And you go to QR code. So I go to this page. Under sell your home, it's the last one, home value estimate. See that? You just copy the QR code, go to this, it's so easy, studio.polotno.com. It's free, so it's for me. You don't have to log in or anything. You just paste it and it puts the QR code there. 2 seconds, I just take a little screenshot.
Gary,
Yep, someone have a question?
it's Felix. That's just a general QR code generator, right? That has nothing to do with Sotheby's.
Nothing to do with Sotheby's.
Okay, just making sure.
Yep. Should I tell you that it's a special Sotheby's thing? I could lie, but it's not.
That's okay.
No, it's not. It's a Carrie special. Sorry. I always want to look for the easy way out. Okay. I'm just sorry. I have to press the easy button. So, yep. And then we're just going to insert the picture right here from file, desktop. Boop. And then you have to make sure when you insert it, guys, that you want to wrap text and you want to say through. And when you do that, it can go wherever you want it to go. And then boom, you can make it bigger, whatever. And look at that. Now, one thing we didn't fix. We did not fix right up here. Imagine all of 328. How much has it increased? Well, we haven't seen. So how do I do that? Does anybody know how much 32828 has increased? We don't know. Maybe it's decreased. We have to pull that in MLS, or we can pull it from our market report. But our market report is an annual. So we'd have to look at it every quarter. It doesn't have for the year. We could look month to month, so we could do that, or we could look the quarter to quarter.
Dime.
But it doesn't have the year. Does everybody follow me?
No, todavía estamos en reunión.
So I knew it was Walter. Everyone was like, it's Walter. He's doing it. So let's see here. Propel. So let me show you what I mean. A lot of times when I need to get some stats, I love to pull it right here because I have my reports up here. So if I just go to my, let's see, where are my reports? Listing, automated, market reports. I have already set up my reports for all my areas. Now I don't have it for 32828. So we can create one here and I'll show you how to do that. But unfortunately, it's going to be per month. So what I do is I just say new. And I'm going to say 32828, right? That's the one. And I'm going to say the contact is Carrie. There we go. And the market area is 32828. Oh, that's contacts. I'm like, why is it not selecting it? 828. 32828. And I can pick it single families, condominiums, or all. I want only single families. And I can say preview. See this market report? And I can look at it and then it can tell me, but see, this is for September and it looks at September, but it shows me year to date over here. So let's see what year to date has happened. So the median average sales price right here, year to date is up only 5.7%. So we can round it up to 6%. Would you guys feel good about rounding it to 6%?
Yes.
Right? So that's the year-to-date change, 6%. So we go back to our letter and we can say has increased 6% for the entire year. Imagine all of 32828 has only increased 6% for the entire year of, oh wait, what happened to the whole beginning of this? No. What happened to my whole beginning? That's weird.
Hit the back button.
I know, but then I have to, if I say undo, 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 undo. Okay. There we go. There we go.
And the letterhead has to be updated as well.
Yeah, no, I'll show you what I'll do. Don't worry. We're gonna do something else that's even more special. You're gonna love it. Okay. So did you know the average sales price in River Oaks at Timber Springs rose 35% in 2004 compared to 2023? Imagine all of 32828 has only increased 6% for the entire year of 2024. It's no wonder so many of your neighbors have sold in River Oaks at Timber Springs with an average sales price increase of 180,000 more in 2023 compared to 2022 and selling in 17 days faster and selling in 17 days less. Yeah, like that better? And selling in 17 days less. Like it better? Well, would you be interested to know you could potentially have blank in equity right now? If you're interested in learning how we can maximize your equity by taking your property, call, text, or email your global real estate advisor, Lewis, to see how these recent sales might affect your home value. Scan here. Now I have to insert again my picture. Let me save this though. Insert picture from file. And then we have to go through, wrap text through. You guys saw all this. You know how to do that. It's a little big, so we'll make it a little smaller. All right. Oh, actually, I should have waited on that. Actually, let's just do this. No, you're 13. Narcoosi, that's right.
Hey, Carrie,
Yes.
right after 180, wouldn't you want that 24 versus 23?
Oh, what are you talking about?
Right there where it says 180 or 180,000 or more, and wouldn't you want 24 versus 23?
Oh, yep. That's a good point. Thank you. Ah, what the hell happened there? What? Versus compared to, I could say in 2024 versus, that's what you're saying. Instead of saying compared to, I'll just say 23. Oh, forget that. What's your phone number, Louis? 407.
375 8782.
There we go. All right.
It's missing a no.
What was that?
The email's missing a no, I guess.
Yeah,
Quintero.
okay.
And then in the second paragraph, you have repeated an in. Yeah, it
It's
is.
so under so many neighbors they have sold in River Oaks at Timber Springs with
There it goes.
average sales price increase of 180,000 more. Well, thank you. Yes, so he actually has to mail merge this and okay, so thank you very much, everybody. Now, what do you guys think? Does everybody understand how I did this whole process? Now, do you want me to show you how to get the numbers out of Remind now, or do you want me to show you how to do another community? Which would you prefer me show you?
Jamie, where are we getting the letter from? The template?
That's the Carrie special.
Got it.
You're so cute. You think this is out there somewhere? Come on, Felix. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then you get it from me. Yeah. So then we go to, so you saw where I got these numbers from, right? Isn't this easy, guys? It's like the easy button. It's like, boom, it's right there for you.
Well, it's like 16 easy buttons, but yeah.
Did you guys hear what Casey said? She said it's like 16 easy buttons. Come on, it's simple. I don't understand, but you guys are like, it's difficult. It's so simple. Okay. Now, all right. How to get to Remind. So you're over here in MLS. And geez, Lord above. God's sake. So annoying. Okay. It has it right here. I have it pinned here, but you would also have it under products and services. See, I have it pinned at the top because I hit it here and I say pin. See, it says unpin favorite. I pinned it, but it's down here in one of these tools. Oh, there it is under market and listing data. You guys see this? I highly recommend pinning it because when you pin it, not only does it come up here, but it comes right here. So I don't ever have to search for Remind. Because guess what? It is my favorite. So I click on Remind. And now it opens, and Remind is free because it's part of your MLS subscription. And Remind is a data mining software tool. So we hit search. Now, when you're in search, make sure you're clicking on properties. Sometimes it automatically starts in listing. Please don't do that. You won't find anything. Click on properties. Now we're going to put River Oaks. What was it? At what? At Timber Run, right? Something
Yeah,
like
timber.
addresses, schools. Okay. Timber what? Run? Cities, schools. Okay, it's not even pulling up as a neighborhood. Let's just try River Oaks. A neighborhood, River Oaks. Metro area. Is that Palm City? No, that's wrong. River Oaks. Neighborhood. This is a weird, we may have to find it and draw it because I don't know. Where are we?
Is this Remind Pro?
Was it River Oaks at Timber Springs?
Yeah, but it's not finding. No, it's just the one that they give you. Timber what? Springs?
Springs?
One word? See, unfortunately, it's not pulling up.
It's 2 words.
Yeah, let's see. It's not pulling it up. River Oaks at Timber Springs like this. You have to pick a difficult one. Okay. Usually it will pull it up. Okay. If you cannot pull it up here, you have to find it. And for the sake of this example, we say clear all filters. You might have to go in here. Like, where the heck are we? Who knows? I don't even know where we are. But you could go, yeah, we're in Tampa, for God's sake. Lakeland. Good God. And you could, you know what? Let's pull another community. Let's pull Laureate Park, for example. And then it'll pull up the neighborhood. You see, and then it shows all of them. This is not just pulling up all Laureate Park, it's pulling up part of Laureate Park. Let's see, let's pull up. So you could then draw more onto your thing. Eagle Creek, for example. Let's see this. Eagle Creek, Orlando. Let's see. 37. Why are they saying there's only 37 results? That is so not right. Isn't this all part of Eagle Creek?
Yeah, it should be.
It's not pulling this up right. Because it tells you there's 37 homes. That is absolutely not right. We don't have any filters on. So usually it should pull up the communities better than this, but for some bizarre reason, it's telling me I only have 37 results in Eagle Creek, which is totally wrong. Let's see.
Harry, it looks like it's in Lake Mary.
Oh, is that right? Eagle Creek.
You,
Let me see. Naples, Miami. Yeah, this is weird. Yeah, this is strange. It's not pulling up properly right now. So, Village Walk at Lake Nona, let's see that. Clear all filters. Village Walk at Lake Nona. So it's pulling up 10,000 at Village Walk at Lake Nona. What the hell is going on? This is pulling very weird right now. It doesn't even look like Lake Nona.
That is not Lake Nona.
That's not
Yeah.
Lake Nona.
That is super weird. Let me see this. Keens.
You have to put like Lake Nona, Florida.
No, you never have to do that. Huh, let's see. Now, Keens Point is correct. So this is the first one that came in correct. Bless you. So this is normally how it works. You would put in, bless you, the address. You would get all of them. See, 1126. You would say select all. I would not have you put the criteria. You would do it once you export it. You would say add to cart, but we're not going to do that because I have a ton of things. Let's pull a smaller community like Cypress. Oh, let's do Lake Butler Sound. That's small. Lake Butler Sound. Is it going to pull that? Reserve at Lake Butler Sound. Let's try that one. Let's see if this is going to be accurate. Now, also, it only pulls up what they see on the map. So if it's like hidden, it will not pull it. Yeah, that's right. So it's pulling up Windermere, correct? That's weird. So let's say we were going to do the Lake Butler Sound here, the Reserve at Lake Butler Sound. We would say select all, and then we'd add it to a cart. We'd name it Lake Butler Sound. And we'd add them to your cart, just so you guys see how to do this. Then we go over here, we go to our carts. See, I pulled all those communities before, so I don't know what's going on. We may just, it could be something weird happening right now. We'll have to take a look. But you hit select all and you hit export. You cannot have any spaces here, like Butler. sound. And these are the things that you want to export. Property address, equity. Guys, you should take a picture of these. These are the ones you need. Property address, equity, mailing address, and owner information. You need all of those things.
Hey,
And
Carrie, I found the Eagle Creek neighborhood. I think you just have to scroll down a little bit further when you do the search.
Oh, really? Okay, you mean I was being impatient? Is that
I didn't say
possible?
that. You said that.
Moi? Well, it could have happened. Okay. So you want to make these your default settings when you put them in, okay? And that way they always come up. And then you hit export. And so what I want you to see is once you export these, you might have to hand them over to me to clean it up because God forbid I try to go through the Excel class. I had to clean this up because I saw what that happened last time. And well, geez, it was not pretty. Let me just say that. You guys all did this. It was really bad. So just give it to me. I'll clean it up in 2 seconds, make it pretty. Then I give it and I'll merge it for you. Or if you want to learn how to merge, we could do it one-on-one, but I'm not going to do it in a class because it was painful. Love y'all, mean it. But and if you want to, I have Mail Merge Made Easy on the YouTube. I have how to download from Remind. I have also how to clean up the Excel spreadsheet. It's all on YouTube. But sitting through that class with you guys was a little painful. And I don't know how many of you were able to follow. So if you want to learn, we could do it one-on-one. That will be probably your best chance because you can do it with me step by step. Because I think watching me do it doesn't help anybody. Probably, right? But what I do need you to do is when it becomes downloadable, you'll either get an alert up here and it comes in your cart here. You need to send it to me so I can fix it. Because what happens is when we sit together, this is what I do with you. I help you pick that community. I help you create that letter. And then I help you, before we leave, in an hour session, we pick your community, we merge the letter, we make the letter, and we merge the letter. I actually give you all the letters that you need to clean, and then you're on your own. You print them and you do your envelopes, which highly recommend you hand print them. If you want to do labels, you can, but less people are going to open them. People are going to know you're soliciting them. But if you hand write an envelope, I myself know I'm probably being solicited, but I open them just in case. And inside is a solicitation, but I don't care. I'm going to open it anyway, right? So I'm just going to say, hire a child or something that has good handwriting. But child labor is okay. I mean, we all have children, right? They want to get paid, right? It's a good thing. But the point is that you just do much better off with a handwritten letter. But that's up to you. But that is the thing. These letters, Walter, can you share what happened in your experience, please, with your
Absolutely. I actually sent 350 of them, which I hand wrote the envelope, the return address, and then of course a quick note inside. But with the same letter that Carrie just shared. And I got 2 calls. One of them that has actually resulted in a listing of 1.3 mil, and the other one which is waiting towards the latter part of the year before they go and listing. So out of 350, we got 2 calls. I don't know if that's normal, but they sure do call. It is painful and it is a lot of work to handwrite. My hand, I could barely move after the 350, but it works. Yes. Thank you, Carrie.
Yes, you're welcome. Guys, yeah. Now, I can't tell you you're always going to get that, but I'm going to tell you what, how many times have people sent postcards for a year and never got anything? Alejandra, how many of my letters, whether it be expires or equity, have you sent out? And how many listings have you gotten?
Well, I do a lot of expired,
Mhm.
and I do a lot of like heavily marketing where I already have like a influence on.
Mhm.
So with one community, we already got 4 listings in that community.
Mhm.
And then some other ones we've gotten about 4 other new listings as well in another community too.
So letters work.
Yeah, handwritten for sure. It does take a while. I mean, I hit them in 3 different avenues, not just handwritten. I do other avenues as well, so they can always see my face.
Yeah.
But handwrittens do work. So
So people are like asking, how do these people get listings? It's one way to do it, guys. It is one way to do it. Do I have any of my expired callers on? I don't know if I do. That's another way to do it. Lisa, share share about your expired listing.
It was a combination, it was a Facebook group. The guy was from Nashville.
Uh-huh.
And he put on there, he was looking for a list agent for Lake Mary. We had just returned from Nashville where I learned to leverage the brand, so I said, I just got back from Nashville. Where we did the Sotheby's networking event, and I was the 76th person who called me, and they were about to expire, so he contacted me before they expired. And then the day they expired, I said, you're gonna get a million calls tomorrow morning, which they did, but they had already signed my paperwork, so we're good.
So guys,
And we're live.
this is the way to do it. This is a great way to get business. Actually, Michael, you got an expired. Was it through a letter?
I did not get an expired through a letter. I did it for sale by owner.
Oh, through the letter.
Yeah. Now the expired and the canceled, how do we get phone numbers for those, or can we?
You can. There's first of all, Remind also gives you a lot of numbers. So that's you get a lot of phone numbers from Remind.
Okay.
So that's a great way. You can also look people up in different sources, but I will tell you that if you want to call, the best systems are Mojo or Vulcan.
Yeah, I've used Mojo before.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, but that is something, if you want to be a caller, Mojo or Vulcan are great systems.
What
And
about IMAP? Does
Dot.
IMAP have anything?
No, IMAP is just that is just the property appraiser's website. They don't give you the phone numbers. And then Forewarn gives you tons of information about to make sure they actually still own the property. But if you've looked in these ways, you'll know that they own the property, right? So these are some things, guys. Listen, this year coming, as part of your plan, you really should have targeting and farming on there. You want to target, prospect, and farm. So these are the things I'm going to ask you when we're doing and sit down and do your business plan. So if there's any questions, please ask me. If not, I'm going to be looking forward to sitting down. Hopefully next Monday we will do the official business planning one, but I don't know because
Carrie, I have a question.
yeah.
What do you do if you live in a large community and you want to, obviously you can't prospect to the entire thing. I'd like to do Baldwin Park now that I live here, but it's huge.
Yeah, I would suggest break it down by either type of home, like maybe you want to do the live works, maybe you want to do along the water, it could be a region, maybe you want to do a certain area, maybe, but you have to like divide and conquer, right? Because there's no way that you can possibly be the expert of everything in Baldwin Park. I mean, I sold the condos in Baldwin Park, so I could tell you everything you ever want to know about a centerline condo because I know. But, if you want to do, there's the Ray townhomes. Those are the walk-up townhomes. So there's so many different types of homes there. There's different areas of homes there. So I would say either do it geographically or do it by type of home or lifestyle. But you've got to kind of divide and conquer because otherwise you'll just have no chance. It's like marketing to everybody's like marketing to nobody. That's my suggestion.
Thank you.
Felix.
Carrie, what is it costing to do the letters nowadays? Is that just
Your
regular
costs
stamp?
stamp. I don't know what stamps cost these days.
Okay, I just didn't know if we were
73 cents.
How much is it, Walter?
73 cents, 73 cents per stamp. Plus the envelopes, it's another 25 cents or so.
And I highly recommend using a blank envelope. Some people use colored envelopes, whatever you want to do with that. But don't use one that says Premier Sotheby's. And when you're writing the return address, use the return address of Premier Sotheby's without the company name. So if you're with Dr. Phillips, you'd write 7600 Dr. Phillips Boulevard. If you're with Lake Nona, you write 13555 Narcoossee. But you don't write the Premier Sotheby's, right? Because then people know right away, don't open it. It's a solicitation. Yeah, but definitely you'd want to have the return address of the office, but you don't want to write. So people, I think one mistake people make, there's a lot of mistakes people make. Here's the mistakes I see when people are soliciting with letters. If my letters, if you notice, are very short, sweet, to the point. Let's just take a quick look at one really quickly. We just saw one, we wrote it together, but let's see. There's a lot of white in my letter. You guys see that? Do you see what I don't do? I don't talk about the person who's it coming from. Because you know why, guys? I hate to tell you, they don't care.
Well, then,
know,
yeah.
The number one mistake an agent makes is they talk about themselves.
Yeah.
I'm the top agent. I'm $1 million producer. I will work for you. I. If you've got an I in there, it should be because it's part of the word. Like if, it's like those are the I's that you want in there. If the I is alone, take it out. Because that is the number one mistake that people make, in my opinion. Well, what about me? Shouldn't I talk about me? No, because they don't care. They'll know about you when you meet you. It matters when they form a trust, if they like and trust you, but they won't know about that until they meet you. But if you're talking about you in the letter, they're not going to want to meet you. Trust me, because it's all about them, right? And if you're not talking about them, they don't care about you. So that's the number one thing. Add too much information. If you give them too much, they're not even going to read it and they're already annoyed. And if you're too presumptuous, people who send a listing presentation when you're expired. Why would you do that? Did they ask for it? That is presumptuous. I don't think that's a good idea at all. I highly suggest against that. You want to send something to intrigue them, to get them to request it. If you just drop off a listing presentation, what is that saying? Right? I'm so wonderful. You want to hire me. I'm already like annoyed with you. Like who do you think you are? I think it's the wrong message. It is about them. You have to stroke their ego. A lot of expired people are mad. They're mad, disappointed, right? Frustrated. Most of the people are not happy. I mean, how many expireds have you talked to about are happy about their situation?
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So when they get that wonderful package, they're like, oh, thank God they came to my rescue. No, I don't know anybody who feels that way, right? Oh, you're my white shining horse, whatever, right? My knight on shining armor or whatever. No, nobody feels like that. They're annoyed. So you have to come about it in a different way. So that's why when we're doing an expired letter, and if you guys have a minute, I'll show you an expired letter real quick. You guys want to see one? Expired. Let me give you an example. Here's an expired letter. That's even shorter, and it doesn't talk about you at all. Here's one. This was written. Did you know the average sales price in Windermere is up 19% in July alone, but the number of new listings in the market are down 26%? It's all data driven, especially for Windermere. With the shortage of available homes and plenty of qualified buyers in the market, I was surprised to see your home didn't sell. Is that salt in the wounds? Can you guys see it? Did I share my screen? Guys online, did I share my screen? I don't know if I did.
No,
Nope.
you do not.
There you go. It's all about exposure, getting your home in front of the most qualified buyers wherever they are. To see what Taking Your Property Global could do for your home sale, call, text, or email me. And then to see how your neighbor's sales could have affected your home value. Because everybody wants to know what the neighbor sold for. Right? To the point. Something about what's happened around them. You're surprised their home didn't sell. A little something about why their home didn't sell. It's about exposure. Your home wasn't getting it. It's about photos, right? If they didn't have good photos. It's never about the price. Even if it is about the price, we never talk about the price. But you've got to say something about why you think their home didn't sell without being too rude. Right? So here, look. Clearly, homes in Windermere were selling. Wow, yours didn't. Must have been the exposure. If you're interested in learning more, I'm happy to tell you. I'm not begging you. I'm not telling you about my sales. I'm not telling you how I'm amazing. I'm not telling you how I sell all the time. I'm not giving you my stats. Jesus, Lord above. I'm not telling you how I'm a multi-million-dollar producer. Please, dear God, don't do that. Right? Because it's about you.
How
If-
many times do you touch the expired before you walk away?
I think the letter first and then a phone call. Unless you're a caller. Just go with the phone call. And one last thing, let's talk about the call. You guys want me to talk about the call on the expired real quick? Do not engage. That is my one piece of advice. When you call the expired, again, are they happy? Do they want to have a wonderful, loving, dovey conversation with you? No. Do they want to take it out on you? Oftentimes. Are they looking for a combative kind of conversation? Usually. Right? Do not engage. You have one objective and one objective only. What is it?
Listing appointment.
Exactly. That is all you want. You have 3 questions. Now, first thing you say is, hi, it's Carrie from Premier Sotheby's. Is this Ariana? I hope I'm not catching you at a bad time. Oh, nobody says it is. They usually say no. Because everybody wants to say no. Like when you walk in a store, can I help you? No. Everyone's programmed. It's like NLP. You're programmed to say no. So that I say, I hope I'm not catching you at a bad time. No, and then they want to say yes, but they've said no. So it's a little bit of neurolinguistic programming in there to say it that way. They may say that. And then, you have to deal with that, right? But if they say no, say, great, I notice your home is no longer on the market. Are you still interested in selling? Question 1. Are you still interested in selling? Ariana, are you still interested in selling?
Yes, I am.
Terrific. If I could net you the amount you were hoping to get, would you be open to a conversation?
Yes.
If I could net you, get you, whatever, but you have to say so however you want to say it. The amount you are hoping to get, would you be open to a conversation? Question 2. Terrific. What works better for you? Today at 5 or tomorrow at 6? Alternate choice close.
Tomorrow.
Fabulous. See you then. That's all you want. 3 questions. Anybody have a question on that? Anybody want to throw an objection at me? Because I know you're all dying to. No? Most people love to throw an objection at me. Lisa?
Or an expired?
Yeah.
What?
That is such a great, she asked me, what am I going to do differently? Thank you so much for asking, Lisa. I cannot wait to share with you all the things differently. So what works better for you, today at 5 or tomorrow at 6?
Well, my husband is out of town right now, so I need to talk to him. Can I call you back?
Fabulous. And when is he planning to coming back?
Well, we really never know, so I'm gonna be talking to him later, so I'll just call you back tomorrow. If that's okay.
Great. Or do you mind if I just give you a call tomorrow at 12?
Yeah, you can do that.
Great. I'll call you then. Set an appointment, even if it's a follow-up phone call. But I would have said tomorrow at 12 or tomorrow at 2. I would have given her alternate choice. Right? Set an appointment.
I've always been told that when you do that,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, like if I have Tuesday at 2,
Mm-hmm.
always offer that one last because it's like the last thing they hear. So that's always the appointment they take.
I always thought it was first. I always thought they took the first one.
You know what? I don't think it matters, guys. I think we're taking that a little too far. Just pick whatever 2 appointments work for you and give them an alternate choice. Don't give them a yes or no. You don't want to say yes or no, right? That's the point. I mean, if I might catch you in a bad time, that would say yes, no. I hope I'm not catching a bad time. No. Great. Yes. Oh, wait, did I say, because you want to get them to say no, right? And that's the whole point. They want to say no. So that's why you say, I hope I'm not catching a bad time.
Probably got a lot of calls.
I'm sure they've gotten a lot of calls, right? They're expired. Any other questions on that? Everybody good?
Will you say that one more time? I wrote it down. So I hope
Sure.
I'm not catching you at a bad time. No.
I see your home is no longer on the market. Are you still interested in selling? If I could net you the amount you were hoping to get, would you be open to a conversation? It's always open to a conversation, however you want to get to that point, but that's the thing, open to a conversation. When they say yes, you say, great, what works better for you? Alternate choice close.
Just say, well, how do you know when I was trying to net?
That's exactly why I was hoping to have that conversation. What works better for you today at 5 or tomorrow at 6? Right? Do not let them derail you. They may be wise. They may be like, I mean, you can throw anything at me. Well, my other guy couldn't get it for me. exactly why I was looking forward to having that conversation with you. It's always, you're 100% right. That's exactly right. That's why I can't wait to talk with you, right? What works better? Today at 5, tomorrow at 6, whatever, it doesn't matter, but give 2 choices. And I recommend 2 different days.
We think we might take a break. Go back on the market.
Ah.
In January.
So Lisa said, we think we might take a break and go back in the market in January. So here's my tester for that. Oh, no problem. So if I did have a cash buyer then before then, you wouldn't be interested.
Oh, do you have a cash?
So when they say, oh, do you have a cash buyer? Oh, so you would be interested then. So,
I think we need to like fix things.
oh, I
Maybe
completely,
we'll paint it and fix up the kitchen and.
oh, I can understand that completely. That's exactly what I'd love to have that conversation about. So we can have a great conversation. If you wouldn't mind, we could talk about it today at 5 or tomorrow at 6. What would be better? Go for that go for the appointment.
Okay, today at 5 is great, if you bring your cash by.
Right? People will test you like that. Oh, no, I think we're going to take a break. Oh, okay. So then even if I had a cash buyer, you're not interested. Oh, do you have a cash buyer? I mean, it's just hysterical, right?
Someone offered 500 cash, you can close next week, would you wanna know? With their prices like.
Yeah, right. Exactly. All right, guys. Any other questions before I let you go since we went way over? No? But we might as well since we don't know when the next time we'll meet. But we're definitely not meeting on Thursday. So there will be no meeting Thursday. All right. Well, I wish you all well and safety. Please keep in touch. Let me know everyone's okay. I will be keeping in touch with all of you and have a great rest of your day. Bye, guys.